मदज्ञानतिमिरसंहरण शुभकारिणी शरणुवाणी सत्यदीपाङ्कुरज्योतिशारदा सुदिव्यतेजोमयि सरस्वती स्मरामि।
Forward. We humans have the unique distinction of hanging around when we could just walk away. We get stuck in a situation, relationship, job, education, activity beyond its expiry date. We know that we should not be there, but we don't have the guts to walk away. The reason could be anything. If you don't belong there any longer, you should just walk away and not stay there a moment longer. Walking away from anything without guilt is a skill. There is a power in walking away. I'm not talking about running away or abandoning your responsibility or deliberately cheating people and going away. I'm talking about walking away with clarity, courage, and dignity, like a beautiful human being. Let us explore this important aspect of our lives a little further in this book, Ravi Gurapadi. Chapter 1. Why do we stay in a situation longer than needed? One of the conditioned patterns of society is to never leave anything abruptly. You are supposed to plan out things and make backup plans and exit at the right time. Till then, you are supposed to bear with the situation, suffer and do work reluctantly. You are waiting for that golden moment when the stars are aligned and you can move on. This moment never comes. I say, why not move on now and see what happens? If you cannot play with your life, then there are many who are waiting to play football and baseball and any sport they like with your life. You better learn to play your life, good, bad, or ugly. What is the fun in letting someone else play your game? Here are a few of my observations. We are conditioned from childhood to not let down others, your parents, grandparents, siblings, friends, teachers, etc. What will they think? We are told not to leave anything unfinished. Even if you don't like the food, you have to eat the food on the plate. It always surprises me how people can think that the stomach is a better garbage bag than the one outside. Just because your mother or wife or husband made it, or that you paid for it, doesn't mean that you have to shove it down your throat, even when you know it is not tasty, not healthy, and you are not hungry. What a pity! Who can save an idiot like that? But most of us are such idiots. I am guilty as well. Just this awareness itself could help a little bit, but it is not enough. We have to be on constant vigil and not let our conditioned unconscious patterns ruin the fun of life. When you want to quit your job, your boss says, "Please wait till I find a replacement for you." And you hang around for a while, and if you are lucky, you will be out soon. If not, it could be a long time. When you want to leave a toxic relationship, your partner gives conflicting signals, because he or she is as confused and conditioned as you are. You want to leave, you want to stay. This emotional torture is not worth it. Good or bad, make a decision either to stay or to leave. There's not much difference between the two. If you decide to leave, leave now and move on. Not after a month, year, or a lifetime. If you decide to stay, then upgrade yourself. Your current version is not capable of handling the drama. Your 2.0 has to be launched. Knowing that there is friction, you take some time out and upgrade yourself to handle not just this relationship but all relationships. I'm not here to tell you a specific method because there is no such thing. What works for one may not work for you. The situations may look similar, but there is no guarantee that what worked for one will work for you. I am never one to advise anyone on what to do. These reflections I share, like I say in all my books, are only meant to trigger a spark in you
to look at the elephant in the room, the obvious, and to work on it yourself. How you work on it, what method you use, which guru you go to, which technology you use, which philosophy you follow, is not my concern. Experiment with one. If it works, stick with it. If it doesn't work, discard it and try another.
Chapter 2. Typical Scenarios. Let us look at some scenarios and try to take a closer look at the dynamics. We might stumble upon something interesting and obvious. We might notice a pattern. We might realize how stupid we were. This awareness is mostly curative. It will open up windows that might lead us to explore life beyond the current situation we are stuck in. Scenario 1. Job. Let us start with the easy one, where not much emotion is involved compared to the other ones, where our sentiments and emotions are stirred deeply. You are in a job that you hate, but you show up to work every day. Why? We will not go into why you got into the job and why you are there. It is irrelevant now. You cannot change the past. You can come up with wonderful excuses. I needed the money. It is my father's company. I could not say no. It is family business. I grew up with it. I know all the skills. I met my partner there. I like my boss. That doesn't change the fact that you hate your job now at this moment. I'm not talking about one or two situations that push you to the edge and drain you physically, intellectually, and emotionally. That can happen in any job. I'm talking about a consistent pain area over a period of time that you want to get out of, but are not able to, if you can afford it. Just walk away and see. Don't even show up. Just send an email or WhatsApp message with a crisp, "I quit," without any explanation. Let us see what happens. If powerful heads of states can send state policy, why can't you quit on WhatsApp? It sounds crazy. But the crazy people in the eyes of society are the ones who have the most fun in the world. Unless you have a sense of abandon and courage to experiment with your life, what is the point in even claiming to be the peak of evolution? You might as well vegetate and die in a safe job for the rest of your life. Just visit a temple or place of worship once in a while as an insurance against all the idiotic things you do and ask for protection. Scenario 2. Activity that you are in. Let us say we are emotionally invested in a certain activity. It could be being part of a society, club membership, or an activity you are currently in for a long time. At one time, it made sense to be part of it. But over a period of time, you are in it, out of habit and compulsion. But now you really don't want to be doing it. You don't know how to get out of it. Let me share a personal example. I started writing the epic Ramayana. It was an inspiration. My father wrote it in Telugu language, my mother tongue, in classical poetry. I made a routine of reading the original by Sage Valmiki daily, and then capturing the essence and writing in contemporary language. I express myself well in English, but I also write poetry in Telugu and Hindi. But I'm not as skilled in writing epics in Telugu and Hindi. My initial intent was to write the book in 3 languages. I added Rama, Sita, Lakshmana, and Hanuman to the puja room where I meditate and pray. I added Ma Saraswati to compose the song for me. I added Sri Ganesha to sing the song. I made my job easy by seeking divine help in accomplishing my task. I had a beautiful routine for 3 months. Wake up in the morning, take a shower, light a lamp in front of Devi, Sadguru, and the new entrant Rama. Read the Valmiki Ramayana for some time. Reflect on what I read and write, the modern narrative and retelling in English. I stopped all my other activities. It was a single-minded focus on this project,
It was a beautiful experience. I got the book ready and was happy with it. Then I wanted to start the Telugu and Hindi version. I realized that I don't have the necessary skill to write the full book with the same level of authenticity as I did in English. I took the assistance of AI but didn't like the result. My voice was lost in AI. Then I stopped the project for a few days and then ventured into writing a children's book of Rama with the same narrative spine, but an illustrated children's edition with beautiful images telling half the story. I liked the result. Now I took the children's book I wrote in English, took the images, and wrote the Telugu and Hindi versions of it, embellishing the Telugu version with my poetry, and the Hindi version with poems from Saint Tulasidas' Rama Charita Manas and Hanuman Chalisa. It came out beautifully. Again, I tried to get back to my initial goal of writing the main book in Telugu and Hindi. It was a slow process, and I was not enjoying it. I just walked away. A relief was there and a sense of freedom. I could have continued with the project and probably finished it. But it wouldn't have had the same level of beauty as my English version and the children's books. I would not have enjoyed the creative process as much as I did. Instead, I decided to walk away when I was not fully enjoying the process. Now I am venturing into music.
The key is knowing when to walk away instead of staying stuck in a situation that you want to get out of. The sooner the better. Don't stay a moment longer. Scenario 3: Relationships. Now we are touching your raw nerve. The sacredness of relationships. Parents, grandparents, uncles, aunts, elders, partners, children, grandchildren, etc. We are entering dangerous territory where a lot of emotion, sentiment, and tradition are involved. My sincerity in approaching this subject with purity and clarity. The intention to not let anyone suffer for any longer than needed in a given situation is what makes me not say anything blasphemous or cheap. My intent is to make you look at the areas of your life you never dared to even look at because of the sacredness or the unspoken norm that you don't talk about it. It is irresponsible and irreverent to talk about it. Why not? What is wrong in asking questions, probing areas that are giving us pain? Let us explore some relationships that have the potential for causing pain and suffering. Parent-child relationship. I think this is the most beautiful relationship anyone can have, especially the one going downstream, from parent to child. Nothing is universal. When I talk about something, I am talking from my experience base, so it is subjective and biased from that perspective. But the fact that we are looking at it closely opens up areas of pain also that we can look at and heal healthily. It is a joy to see a fresh life gifted to you by nature. Small, tender, beautiful life that unfolds right in front of your eyes. The joy of holding the tender fingers of a baby, and the first time they hold your fingers tight. The pleasure of seeing them crawl, stumble, fall, and learn walking. The baby steps, the baby talk, the cute faces they make, the tantrums they throw, leading into the joy of trying to do your best, to give them the best that money can buy. You work extra hard to arrange for the finances to put them into the best schools, the best coaching in arts, sports, etc. You love seeing them draw. My mom is the best mom in the world. My dad is my hero. Actually, you should save these carefully and show it to them when the teenage drama unfolds. Ha ha ha. You can see a veteran parent talking now. You don't know when that beautiful relationship becomes a burden. Not for everyone, but for 90% or more people. I am being generous with the percentages. I could say 99% and not be off by much. What is happening is, what you did out of your joy and happiness to help a tender, vulnerable life that is placed in your hands slowly changes into an expectation that you want them to be the way you project their life in your imagination. I'm not talking about crude parents who push their children into areas that they don't like. Even parents who have the noblest of intentions and the so-called nice people are guilty of the same crime. The tragedy is, they don't even know that they are being cruel. They think they are going out of their way and sacrificing for them. Who asked you to? Did the baby say, "Put me in this school," even though you couldn't afford it? Then you want to make them feel guilty if they deviate from your plans. I did so much for you. I sacrificed so much for you, and you don't even respect me anymore. Now I'm talking from this child's point of view and telling him if he or she is independent and financially capable of taking care of his affairs. Walk away, run away, live your life the way you want to. You don't owe your parents anything. They didn't ask your permission to do all the sacrifices that they claim to have done for you. I'm not talking about being rude or not caring for your parents. Of course, we want to take care of them and be there for them when they need us. They were there for us when we needed them. But that doesn't give them the license to interfere with our lives, in what job we do, what career to pursue, whom to marry or not to marry, where to live, etc. The parents have to become wiser, and the children have to become wiser. Then it is a beautiful dance, like no other. A beautiful friendship can blossom, much more beautiful than the one you have with your friends or partners. There is a natural bond that gets corrupted by unnecessary expectation and interference into each other's lives. If we can avoid that trap, there's no relationship that is more sacred, pure, and beautiful than a parent-child relationship. Relationship between two partners. This is the most romanticized relationship. It could be husband, wife, partners, or any two people who come together with marriage or out of choice. I am making a distinction here. Marriage could be a choice, but not necessarily. It could be arranged marriage, love marriage, or whatever. We will not go into the early phase of the relationship, the courting phase, or the early stage of marriage or living in. That phase cannot go wrong. There are too many factors that make it successful: the newness and the excitement. Nature also helps by playing its part in creating the chemistry of hormones to enhance the excitement. Once the honeymoon phase is over and the so-called reality of your individual likes and dislikes kicks in, the other becomes a little separate from you. It is still fine, but the probability of friction increases. Add children to the mix, and it would make it a perfect drama. 99% of the people won't even recognize that there's anything wrong with them. They are in the comfort zone and get into the things associated with the projected lifestyle. Nice job, good house, cute children. Any one dynamic changes, it could have an impact on the relationship. But the children make it even more difficult to look at options to quit the relationship. Now let us look at another scenario where children are not involved. After the honeymoon phase, if the couple are not aligned and respect and love each other deeply, the probability of friction increases. The core observation here is, no one is perfect. We know this, but somehow expect the partner to be perfect, though we don't say it out loud. That is the silent killer that eats into the relationship. Over a period of time, you get into patterns. This is your role, this is my role, and you go about your life. There is no newness. There is no exploration of life together. Chapter 3. Areas to work on to avoid the trap. Let us look at a sensible, healthy way to avoid the trap and have a healthy relationship, and if needed, to quit the relationship. We are not talking about abusive relationships, which must end anyways, either by legal action or otherwise. We are talking about the subtle pain and suffering people don't even question and consider it taboo. Parent-child relationship. The moment the child is independent emotionally and financially, the parenting job is over. There is no age limit that says at 18, someone becomes mature. Some children could be 16 and wise, and some children could be 40 and still be foolish. In your core, you should know that your job is over. Not easy, but that is what you need to work on. For the child, the moment they know that they can make their life decisions on their own, the parent's role is over. I'm not talking about a cutoff from the relationship. It is a mature understanding. You can and should always consult with your parents if you think they are wise. Most of them are not, but would like to believe that age somehow drops wisdom on them, which it does not. Even more so, the grandparents. Play with them, be pampered by them, respect them, enjoy time with them and take care of them, but never assume wisdom from them. 99.99% of older people are not wise and are more conditioned and carry a lot of baggage and are not the best source of wisdom. You must find your way on your own and consult with wise people, whether they are related to you or not. There are many beautiful people who are wise and are qualified to advise younger people. Don't trust anyone until you experiment and find out that their teaching, philosophy, technology works for you, and then go for it. If needed, refer to my book, Reparent Yourself. Now coming to the walking away part. Even after subtly trying to not let your decision-making be influenced by your loved ones. If they are trying to emotionally blackmail you, then walk away. You can do it politely without offending them. You don't have to fight them, abuse them, or be abused. You have to become strong and capable enough to make a decision to walk away. You cannot just walk away without being ready to face life. But the counterintuitive idea is, it is better to walk away and face the challenges than stay in it and suffer. There is no magic formula. Ideally, you become the upgraded version of yourself and then make the decision. Even if you are not ready, but if you are in a painful situation that is hurting both, then walk away and rebuild yourself. Let us also explore the possibility of creating some space and distance from the current situation. Chapter 4: Strategic Timeout. Creating a distance from the current reality. If you are not ready to walk away, another option you can use is to create a distance from the current situation. Take a strategic timeout. Have you seen the T20 cricket matches and the basketball matches in the NBA? When the momentum is running in one direction, the team takes a strategic timeout. They take a break from the situation, sit with their coach, who analyzes the game from a distance and plans the next play. Often you would notice that the momentum shifts in the other direction right after the break. Either a wicket falls in the cricket match, or the team that was caught up in the momentum of the opposite team gets the breather to recoup and play better. We humans have an inherent conditioned need for action. We cannot be happy being in a limbo, doing nothing. We have to be doing something all the time. We keep jumping from one activity to another, from one goal to the next, from one project to another, from one relationship to another. We are scared to be without activity. Why? Just create a smart way to stay away. What distance does is, it makes you look at things a little more objectively. If you are in the situation and fighting it, you will be brooding over the same things and running into the same friction. Just physical and geographical distance can give you breathing space to observe things around you and within you with more clarity. This clarity and awareness could be the starting point to rebuild your life. You might go back to your job, relationship, or situation if you want to, or walk away if you still feel that is the best thing to do. There are no magic formulas and right answers in life. You have to learn from your experiences and refine yourself. Just because you learned a lesson in one situation doesn't mean that you can handle a similar situation again wisely. Unless something in you fundamentally transforms for good, life has a way to throw similar situations and people again and again. Have you noticed this? It is not a coincidence. It is life's way of saying, grow up, kid. How can you create a distance smartly? Let us say you are a child and your parents are getting on your nerves to do the family business, or marry a girl they like and you are not interested in the family business, or the girl they picked for you. What to do? You create a situation that looks like that is something they would approve of, and use that to move away from home and be on your own for some time. If your parents are the religious kind, you can tell them that you are going on a pilgrimage to all the temples in the world. They will happily fund it. Enjoy your paid holiday. You might also get some divine help by visiting these places. It gives you space to be on your own and sort your priorities in life. Don't forget to get them some prasad on the way back. They will be happy. If your parents like higher education, work hard and get a seat in a good college away from your hometown. That way, they cannot be making decisions for you all day, from what you should eat for breakfast, what subjects to choose, and who to hang out with, etc. Let us take another situation in a job scenario. If you are not enjoying your job, but you are stuck there because of financial reasons, or the fact that there is no replacement for you, and you enjoy the importance and recognition you get. You love the dependency on you. If you are on leave for one day, there will be calls to you. Nobody else knows as much as you do, and you love that. At one time, I used to work for a telecommunication monopoly. They own the wire under the ground. They own the connection to your home. There used to be one employee who would know how to handle any issues with the software, on how to handle an emergency call. She would pride herself on it. If something went wrong while she was on vacation, we had to call her. No one else knew the code and how to handle it. She was doing it for 20 years. She would only share the bare minimum required to the new trainee in the team. I think with artificial intelligence, the ego trip that these smart professionals used to enjoy is gone. No one can claim that they are the only ones to know something. Open source and AI have leveled the playing field for people like me with average intelligence to not be bullied by the so-called smart people. Use whatever helps you. Have a smart strategy to take a break and rebuild your life. You deserve the distance needed to look at your life that is caught up in the drama and script a whole new chapter going forward. Chapter 5. Why would you not want to walk away? The beauty of being human is that we are not a binary. It is not always a 1 or a 0. There are a lot of gray areas in life. It is not about one right thing to do. What may be right in one situation for you to walk away from a job or relationship may not be right for someone else in a different situation. Let us look at it closely. Let us look at a scenario where you have a certain area of friction in a relationship. Not addressing and silently suffering is the most dangerous thing. I have seen a lot of couples who look happy and pleasant together, but there is a whole dynamic of compromise, power struggle, family politics that goes on. On the surface, it looks picture perfect. Family traditions, festivals, family get-together, etc. You should actually look at the conversations. There is a hidden desire to show that you are a good person, you care for relatives and friends, that you are a generous person, you go out of your way to help others. I have seen couples who have lived together for decades. Women become more powerful as they age. The man loses his power as he ages. They are not going anywhere. There is no walking away. But this hidden acceptance of superiority from one over the other will come back, and the women can give back really hard when the man is vulnerable and vice versa. Only people who have seen this and are willing to admit this honestly know what I am talking about. Anyways, coming back to why we don't walk away in some situations. This is the beauty of being human. You make a choice to stay, not because the other person is right, but because you have become a bigger and wiser and a magnanimous person and are complete by yourself. You really don't need the other person to complete you. There is no dependency. Then there is a beautiful flowering of the relationship. Without realizing, you become compassionate and loving. The things that cause the friction, their stupidity doesn't mean anything. You don't want to prove them wrong or argue with them. You laugh at their foolishness and childishness and still take care of them. If you are not there yet, walking away is fine. But if you can get to that space of maturity and wisdom, it is an altogether different game. Hope everyone gets to that beautiful space. Then it is about walking into life, whatever it unfolds. Till then, walk away if you must. But do it sooner than later. Don't stay a moment longer. Chapter 6. When someone walks away on you. Now let us look at the flip side. If you can walk away from someone, someone else can walk away on you as well. How to deal with that? Walking away is an option everyone has and should exercise it when needed. Either you walk away or they walk away. It is time to move on and rebuild your life in the new direction you have chosen. Taking it one step further. It could be someone walking away on you or someone dying on you. You have to learn to deal with it. Not easy, but that is life. Unless you learn to live it fully and beautifully, it will keep pushing you into unexplored territories. Enjoy the journey. Acknowledgements. Eternally grateful to Ma Saraswati to let some beauty flow through me. To all the beautiful souls who enriched my life with their presence. Glossary. NBA, the professional organization in the USA that organizes the basketball matches. T20, a format of playing the game of cricket in a shorter version, as compared to the traditional test matches and one-day internationals.